for Sageview's offense tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll see. We'll see if we go back and continue what we started last week and maybe shooting the gaps a little bit more, or if we're just going to be hunting and picking out there. But yeah, they can go ahead and create havoc just by themselves.
When you say that, what are you seeing with regards to shooting gaps?
Well, you know, every team every team has tendencies on which way they actually go and block another team, and not a lot of teams. We haven't had a big propensity to go ahead and do a lot of per se, but with our linebackers, we've done the outside blitz, but we haven't blitzed with our linebackers and shot the gaps inside, and made them have to try and understand where we're coming from instead of knowing where we're going to come from just from the edges.
Bulldogs run out of the big inflatable Bulldog down at the east end zone through the smoke machine in their all-black uniforms with purple numerals trimmed in gold, white helmets, purple H on the side. Sageview's Lobos are in a white top with gray numerals, black pants. They have a gray helmet with the green Lobo logo on the side here. On a beautiful evening in Hermiston, we hope to find you well as we take a look at our weather forecast. It is brought to you by Intermountain West Insulation. As the evening falls here, still a little bit of natural light, 64 degrees right now. A bit of wind out of the southwest. It could be gustier at times. It's not too bad right now. And temperatures from the mid-60s down into the lower 50s by the time we get to tonight. The weather forecast is brought to you by Intermountain West Insulation. Intermountain West Insulation is the choice for home comfort and efficiency. Report brought to you by Eastern Oregon Physical Therapy. And Hermiston is pretty healthy here coming into tonight's contest. There are a couple of changes in the starting lineup because of some late to practice here this week. And the only real missing element, Paul Starr, the sophomore who has frequented the return game for Hermiston, is out injured last week in the loss at Kamiakin. By addressing the root cause of your pain and discomfort, Eastern Oregon Physical Therapy will get you on the road to recovery and back to doing the things you enjoy. Eastern Oregon Physical Therapy Clinic in Hermiston. Homecoming night, two teams looking for their first win in Week 5 of this 2025 season. And the captains go to midfield. We are close enough to all of this now that we know Hermiston would like the ball first. Normally they like to defer. And we know Hermiston wants to strike in a number of different ways here at the start of this game to try to get out on the front foot.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, Eric, and what more important than anything is stay ahead of the chains. They cannot go 3 and out. They cannot get behind the chains and have to fight for every one.
The honorary captains are standing behind Hermiston's captains tonight. That includes Eli Rivera, the class of 1996, a 3-sport athlete in football, wrestling, and part of the track and field program, and twice all-conference in the IMC as a defensive end and running back, and then All-Northwest Football Academy defensive end during his junior and senior seasons. Mark Pedro of the class of 2006, a multi-sport athlete as well, football, basketball, and baseball. He was the starting quarterback for the 2004 and 2005 seasons. In 2004, leading Hermiston to the IMC championship and all-conference in both of those years. He was in charge of the program. Also, the class of 2016, Bob Coleman, who was a multi-sporter as well, football and wrestling at the high school level. I coached him along with Billy Gates in baseball before he had other focuses in the spring. Went on to Oregon State to wrestle there and get his degree in agricultural business management, wrestling for the Beavers in 2016 through 2019, winning the Pac-12 championship at 184 pounds in his senior year. Also, honorary captains in the class of 2036, third graders, Randy Garay and Brooks Bergstrom from Desert View Elementary, part of the celebration of homecoming here tonight at Kennison Field.
Sageview won the toss and deferred, Eric.
Hermiston got what they wanted. They want the ball first here. What do they do with it to be successful to start this game, Sonny?
Number one, field the kickoff and return it. That's what they have to do. They have to put pressure on Sageview right from the beginning with their speed. Then go ahead and try to utilize, I don't know what the first play is going to be, but I know what I would run. I would be running not a stretch play. I'd be running a power play to try and get Larson loosened up early.
They will hand the ball to Cade Bueller. He is one of the elder statesmen of Sageview because he is in his junior season. There are no for first-year head coach Don Hogue seniors at Sageview High School. Right-footed kicker and deep to return Ryan Allen and James Young without Paul Starr's services available this evening, as we told you during that East Oregon Physical Therapy injury report.
I think we're a little deep to start with, Eric.
Young standing at the 10-yard line, and just at about the 6-7-yard line is where Allen sits. Not a whole lot of breeze, if there's anything, is into the face of Bueller as Hermiston gets ready to return in the home all-black uniforms. Dribbling Squibbler over far sideline on the left wing, picked up at the 15-yard line. Allen trying to move middle of the field, tripped up and stopped at the 18-yard line. Return goes for 4, and Hermiston will have it at the 18, first down and 10 on homecoming night. Any wind is at Hermiston's back as they attack left to right towards the east end zone and towards Hermiston High School. Braden Medella is the last one to join the huddle, the 5'8", 155-pound sophomore at quarterback. Hayden Larson in the backfield with him. The running back, a senior, 6 feet tall and 180 pounds. Start getting you the starting lineup. It's brought to you by Rogers Toyota. Larson to the right shoulder of Medella's. The sophomore quarterback on 1st and 10 has 2 receiver options to the left. Hands off to Larson. Larson up the middle. And Larson is ripped down at the 25-yard line after a 6-yard gain. Running behind Seth Reeve, the center, who is a senior. There are some changes on the offensive line. The left guard, Isaiah Sparks. Guillermo Salazar at right guard. And that means changes at tackle. Keegan Harshberger at right tackle. Max Shilhonik at left tackle for 2nd down and 4 from the 25-yard line. 2 receivers left again and a man alone to the right. Larson being moved to the right shoulder of Medella's. The sophomore slaps his hands together, takes a snap, puts it in the belly of Larson, trying to run middle again, and the inside zone has stood up this time. No gain on the 2nd down play. 3rd and 4 facing Hermiston, who has wide to the right side Tabor Mills as the lone receiver that way. The senior had a catch last week for 12 yards. James Young is out wide to the left. And now they'll move an H-back into the backfield here on 3rd down and 4. Set up to the right side, it's Cam Vanoy. Receivers, 2 of them right now. Medella's looking that way on the 3rd down and 4. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. Dropped and in and out of the hands of the intended target, Cash Edwards, from that H-back position. So 4th down and 4, Hermiston from their own 25 will punt. 1 minute and 14 seconds into the contest. Max Shilhonik standing on his 10 to kick it. Deep, Jason Beasley to return about his 40. Shilhonik hammers a good one. Hangs and hangs and hangs. Beasley lets it bounce at the 41 right at his feet, and it takes a Hermiston roll inside the 40, and down there the 37-yard line is where it is touched up. A very good punt off of the foot of Shilhonik. And the Sageview Lobos' first offensive possession here ever at Hermiston High School in varsity football starts at the 38-yard line, attacking right to left with their sophomore quarterback, Alex Flores. 6'1", 192 pounds, and a sophomore. Eli Henderson's missed the last 2 weeks. The junior will be in the backfield as their power running back. To the right shoulder of Flores on 1st down and 10, right hash mark set. 10:33 on the clock in quarter 1. Now Flores will move back a couple of steps into a pistol. Henderson then shifts up to his right shoulder, throw it to Henderson, right flat off his fingertips, incomplete. Throwing it out that way where Braxton Kinchin was one of the receivers. Jason Beasley, we mentioned, the returner, another one. Henry Taylor as well at an end. Their line, Anthony Yanez at tackle. Davian Velarde at left guard. Reggie Gilbert is the sophomore at center. Damian Blanco at right guard, and Alex Munoz, the right tackle. The 2 tackles are in that 275 range. Those are the big guys on this line for the Lobos. 2nd down and 10. Again, right hash mark 38. And Flores can't get the snap into his hands before a flag flies from the far sideline.
Delay, I believe.
Indication coming our way.
Oh, they called encroachment.
Chris Wiltz, the head referee, working with Aaron Biglin, Joby Shields, Matthew LeBert, and Jeff Boyce. Five yards forward, moves it to the 43, 2nd down and 5 to go. Handoff, and Henderson up the middle. Eli Henderson is pulled down just short of the midfield stripe, right in the middle of the big purple H by Cash Edwards from defensive end. Vitu Sepeni at the other defensive end. White Larson, and looks like they went with Seth Reeve at the tackles. Hayden Larson, Cole McCamey, Camden Vanoy, Colby Kelly, James Young, Hunter Hansel, Tabor Mills in the secondary. 3rd down and inches. Just across the 48, they're going to get to midfield. Flag flies as Henderson breaks a tackle, far sideline, 35-30, and he's pushed out of bounds into his sideline, right around the 20-yard line. It's a big run for Eli Henderson, but the flag is way back at the line of scrimmage, and it is on Hermiston's sideline. So that's a look at the starters. Couple of changes here tonight because of people late to Thursday morning practice. The indication is it is against Sageview. Starting lineups brought to you by Rogers Motors. Why settle for stock? Rogers Toyota's RMX shop turns your ride into a head-turning highlight reel custom look. Bold performance built to win. Get in the game with RMX at Rogers Toyota in Hermiston. 5 yards backwards, so 3rd down and 5 after the procedure penalty on Sageview. They try to get the first down of the game. 9:46 on the clock in the opening quarter. Henderson moves up to the right shoulder of Alex Flores, his quarterback. On 3rd and 5, Flores straight drop, pumps, throws, dumps it underneath into Caden Yanez's hands, and from the tight end position, he's across the midfield stripe, 1st down to the Hermiston 49-yard line, pickup of 8. Physicality was one of the things you were looking for before this game started. What have you seen in these first few minutes?
We're being out-physicaled right now, Eric. We are getting beat off the ball right away.
Jason Beasley is the receiver to the right. 3 options left for Alex Flores. Eli Henderson a step behind the sophomore quarterback. Straight drop on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle. Completed. Kinchin hammered in the middle by McCamey. 9-yard gain, and give credit to the sophomore receiver, Braxton Kinchin, for holding on to the ball as he got crushed, and there was a flag. But the play by Kinchin.
Oh, great play that way. So that's going to erase the play completely because it wasn't a motion again. Holding.
Lobos back to their 41-yard line. And now 1st down and 20. Flores came into the game 361 yards through the air, 99 yards on the ground. Don Hogue, the head coach, said he's a special guy, and he's going to be a really good player. 1st down, 20 to go. They'll fan out receivers, 3 of them left, 1 to the right. Flores hands off into the belly of the back, running right side behind the guard, and stood up at the 44-yard line. Doesn't even end up down in the ground. Caden Yanez, he has been the primary back since Eli Henderson's injury. So those two will flip time here this evening. Yanez gains 4. .8:35, first quarter action here at Hermiston High School. First Friday in October. 2nd down, 16 to go. Quick throw left side towards the Hermiston sideline. Caught. And immediately a tackle, then a flag out at the end of everything. Orlando Montez, the sophomore, pulled it in. Tackled by Colby Kelly. Gain of 4. Have to check on the marker.
Is that Crosby that caught that?
No, Orlando Montez.
Montez, okay.
The entire, 4/5 of the officiating crew come together to have a conversation. They're going to wave off this flag, and the play will stand. It came from the umpire.
Yeah, and I'm not sure because the closest player that was back there was a lineman with his quarterback.
Oh no, I think it was a flag against us. Just reading pantomime from 70 yards away, I think he was going to call for trying to punch the ball out. Like a violent conduct call. And his rest of his crew said, "No, man, didn't you watch Thursday Night Football? That's all fair game now." Blitz coming near sideline from James Young. Screenplay to Yanez. Yanez catches it. Caught from behind into Hermiston territory down to the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. They threw right into the blitz from Young coming off of the corner. and just got into Yanez's hands. But Hermiston rallied well. Max Shilhonic on the stop to set up 4th down and 6.
Nice job that time. We don't, like I said, we don't see a whole lot of our blitzing and like that, but a good job. If anything, he timed it just a little off where he had to stop and go, and that gave him a little opportunity to go ahead and see who was coming.
Offense stays on the field. Now, Alex Flores has quick kicked a few times from the quarterback position. He has 2 left and 1 right, 4th down and 6. They're going to run the play. Flores, deep ball, right side, home run shot, and reaching back. That is hauled in a one-on-one situation by Angel Mendoza. Just a yo baby ball, goes for 37 yards. And the Lobos on 4th and 6. I mean, in some ways, it's kind of a punt.
Well, yeah, it should have been. And that was Mendoza?
Yes. First and goal. 6:35, the clock is spinning. Turn in hand, back running to left side, trying to stretch the play out. Hit from behind. And back to the line of scrimmage. Eli Henderson gets no gain and stopped at the 9-yard line. I mean, an 0-4 Lobos team at Hermiston. 4th down and 6 just on the other side of the 50. They go for it. Defense got to expect they've got to come up with 3 more stops here. Sageview's going to have almost everybody tight to the formation. Just Beasley, their leading receiver, wide to the left side. He has a receiving touchdown this season. 2nd down and goal from the 9. Henderson right side this time. He gets some push in front of him. Inside the 5, a 5-yard gain down to the 4. Bulldogs defense is statistically giving up the most yards in the Mid-Columbia Conference through the first month of the season. The point I made with David Afaitete is they have been on the field probably by more plays than anybody else in this conference. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Henderson again takes it, bounces out to the right side. Henderson on the wing is hit and driven out of bounds, short of the goal line. On the edge, Henderson was met by Hansel. Vinoy came to help finish him off and stopped at the 2. 4th and goal. Lobos offense not moving anywhere, Sonny. They're going for it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they have nothing to lose about it, Eric. I mean, if they make it, to make it. Don't they give us a 99-yard field to try and navigate?
A little more than 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. This is the first possession of the game for Sageview. Yanez in the backfield, bounces to his right into the end zone from 2 yards out. Following Henry Taylor, the tight end moved back into an H-back position off of the line. And he gave the block that got Caden Yanez into the end zone for the first time this season.
Yeah, Eric, and that time there, I don't know why the official didn't call it, but they broke the huddle that time with 12 players. And I don't know that, I mean, and it was very evident. He watched the player run out of the huddle and go over. Wouldn't have stopped. I mean, if the penalty would have been a 4th and 6th, it might have changed what they were doing, but
Cade Bueller to attempt the extra point. Flores, the quarterback, is the holder. And Bueller splits the upright. 7-0. 5:07 of the clock, quarter number 1 here at Bulldog Stadium when we return on AM 1360 KOHU. Sageview 5:07 on the clock, a nearly 5-minute drive. And they end up punching it in from 2 yards out to take the 7-0 lead on homecoming night here in Hermiston. James Young is to the right. Kyle Stasek back to return to the left. Both of them standing about the 9. As Bueller has it teed, the junior for Sageview. Kick it off towards the west where the last glimmers of light here in this first Friday in October are disappearing. Flag on the kickoff.
Be against it. They were procedure they'll call it, but they were offsides. The gunner on the far end right in front of the official actually went a half step before everybody else.
So a penalty on Sageview means back to the 35-yard line they will kick. There's no landing zone. There's no NFL-style returns. This old school kickoff return here. Hermiston was wondering, it was one of the things yesterday during the walkthrough that they did practice was actually breaking one. All right, Stasek moved up a level. And on this next kick, Ryan Allen is back to return. So Allen to the left, Stasek is 15 yards in front of him. Another bounding ball up the middle over Stasek's head. Allen has it out of bounds, trying to move towards his sideline, slows up, turns, and jumps towards the 30. Return goes for 6. And Hermiston has it down by a touchdown, 5:01 left in the first quarter. Trailing 7-0. In the background, you hear the voice of Ethan McDonald. He is calling everything here at Bulldog Stadium on public address from the Joe Thompson Media Room. They got the sign up on the door in the room that Joe built. First down and 10, 31-yard line, attacking left to right. Medela's in the backfield. Flag out as he turns the handoff to Larson.
That'll go against us. It looked like we were in motion. Oh?
Boy, you're 0 for 2 on these offside pre-snaps.
Well, I don't know where.
One on each team.
I don't know where they saw that one. I saw us move. It could have been that we got drawn.
Well, but if you line up in the neutral zone, which is what happened to Hermiston 3 times last week at Kamaikans, they got called for just lining up in an offside position. First down to 5, move it up to the 36, middle of the park. Medela's with the back to his right shoulder. Now Larson will move behind him and to his left shoulder by a step. Sophomore quarterback turns and gives to Larson. Larson up the middle. Big hole. Puts his shoulder down and runs over the top of a tackler up to the 45-yard line. 9-yard gain for Hayden Larson.
There's the toughness, Eric, and we need to do that. I mean, go to the pace right now, get on the ball, and go. Same thing until they stop it.
Larson, a little more than 200 yards this season in the first 4 games, 2 times into the end zone. First down and 10 for the 45. How about Larson again, up the middle again. He gets a hole and spins off of a tackler again. Runs through another first down yardage, 12 yards gained into the Sageview 43-yard line.
Again, run it again. I mean, they're exerting their strength there, right there, Eric, and run it until he needs a break.
Left hash mark, first down and 10 from the 43. 3 receivers stacked up on top of each other to the right. Just 2 defenders out that way right now. Medela's now motions Allen right to left. So 2 each way, handoff up the middle to Larson. Larson hit in the backfield by Yanez and dives forward. Ends up making 2 yards out of it. Caden Yanez, coming from a linebacker position, gets to the runner in the backfield. And Larson turns it into positive yards.
Yeah, we whiffed on the line that time, Eric, right from the go when he was coming in on the blitz. Our offensive lineman missed him right at the line.
Second down, 8 to go. Back to the left shoulder of Medela's. Play action. Medela's blitz, throws it left side, incomplete. Trying to set up a wide receiver screen out to the left. And the pressure coming off of the edge from Henry Taylor. It is the chaos defense that Don Hogue has made really formidable at Chiawana. He had been at Chiawana until this year. In fact, the entire history of Chiawana High School, Don Hogue had been their defensive coordinator. Came over to Chiawana from Pasco with Steve Graff and that crew when Chiawana opened. 3rd down, 8 to go. Bulldogs at the 41-yard line. Medella's left side throw again, incomplete. Flag out as well. There was a collision. Shilhonica got out there to block, and the throw went to him and not to Young. And I mean, Shilhonica dropped a block on Angel Mendoza, the cornerback. I guess ineligible downfield could be the flag here. Yeah. I mean, Shilhonica fired out there, and that ball came out a little bit late. Hermiston going to call it timeout. Sageview declined. So 4th down and 8 facing the Bulldogs. 3:45 on the clock, down 7-0 here in the opening quarter of homecoming night. Bulldog football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by Devon Oil, Circle K. Check out Circle K gas station Hermiston for premium fuels, a wide variety of snacks, and ATM open to the public. Circle K on North First Street in Hermiston. And brought to you by USA Subs and Grill. They've heard the request, and they've added pepper jack cheese to the menu. Now you can add that delicious bite to your favorite sub or burger. Stop it today for the perfect lunch or dinner at USA Subs and Grill in Hermiston. Down by a touchdown, 4th down and 8 from the 41 in Sageview territory. This is going to be the offense out here, but right now looking to convert. James Young will be the receiver to the left and tight to the formation with the ball on the left hash mark. Tabor Mills wide to the right, and Ryan Allen inside of him in the slot to the right. Larson to the left shoulder of Medella's. Sageview, 5 on the line. They'll rush 4. Now blitz another, twisting up the middle. Medella's rolls to his left. Deep ball as he's hit to Allen. Allen's got it inside the 10, breaks a tackle, and pulls a defender into the end zone for a 41-yard touchdown catch. Patient from Braden Medella's with pressure coming his way, and he stood in there and waited until he found Allen open.
And that time there, Eric, he didn't, he did what a quarterback should do in that situation. He stepped up into the pocket, made his own, and just a little bit, and let the receiver clear.
Jose Teneguardado to attempt the extra point out of Tabor Mills' hold to tie the game. Snaps there, kick is up and through. 3:36 left, quarter number 1, and Hermiston has tied the game back up with the touchdown pass to Allen. That's his first touchdown of the season. It's his longest reception of the season, the 41-yarder from Medella's. And the Bulldogs are able to even things up against Sageview.
Nice job that time. Derek, the line still a little confused about what, Sageview is doing with this, chaotic defense that they got in front of them. A little confused, but they were able to go ahead and hold them up just enough to let Medella's get that throw off. And, over the last couple of years, who's really brought up that big play has been Ryan Allen to get us on a kickstart.
3:36 left in quarter number 1 on homecoming night. And we see the return team for the first time for Sageview. They do often kind of a triangle backfield to return, and that's what they're setting up here with Eli Henderson as the deepest man in the middle. Carson Crosby is to the left, and Julian Garza is to the right. Crosby and Garza standing 13-14, and deepest Henderson is just on the other side of the 5. Jose Tena Guardado with the kick, and it's a little dribbler straight up the middle, takes a high hop, bounding ball, and falling on a little bit too hard. Ian Oliho pulls it in. David Defiantete said, we're going to score, and then we're going to onside kick right away. Try to get the ball back, try to grab some momentum here. It actually, because it bounded, it had too much on it. Sageview's got it at the 42-yard line to start this drive. 3:33 left in quarter number 1. Henderson is to the right shoulder of Alex Flores. 2 receivers each way. Their sophomore quarterback. Seeing pressure up the middle. Takes a snap. Look at a throw. Right side. Hit as he gets it away. Right side into Henderson's hands. Jack steps back to his left. He's down the far sideline at the 35. Shouldered out of bounds. Did he dig that out of the dirt? Apparently he did. And forced out by Hunter Hansel after a big gain.
24-yard gain that time. That was Henderson?
Yeah, Eli Henderson out of the backfield gets the first down to the Hermiston 34-yard line. 3:20 left in this first quarter.
Ooh, full house.
They shift tight end and back H-back over to the left. Handoff to Henderson. He's running that way. Colby Kelly catches him and drops him for a loss. Drops him for a gain of 1.
Much better on the defensive side that time, Eric, of standing up the offensive lineman and making him have to go ahead and try and hunt for a place to go. That's what we have not been doing. We've had to let them stand us up, and we're trying to reach to get the tackle on the line.
Second down, 9 to go. Based on the scoring drive Sageview put together, this is 4-down territory, unless there's a big loss. Jason Beasley shifts as the lone receiver out to the right. A bunch tight to the formation left. Play action. Rolling right. In the backfield, Flores hit as he throws. Interception on the far sideline. Picked up just off of the turf. And into the hands of James Young, the cornerback.
That's one thing we've needed. We've needed to go ahead and for one time go ahead and, pick up an interception, pick up a turnover that could help change a game around.
2:01 left in quarter number 1. Game tied at 7. Bulldogs with the interception have the ball at their 25. Young is the receiver to the left, a target inside of him, Allen, and a man out to the right as well. Handoff to Larson, hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Coming off of the edge, Yanez makes the stop. He's been active from an outside linebacker position. It's tough in their chaos defense that Don Hogue has designed to know exactly who's coming where. It's 2 on one side, and sometimes it's 3 on one side. Right now it's kind of 2-2-2 with big splits down the middle. So who's coming from these 6? And then there's 5 DBs all 10 to 15 yards off of the line on second down and 14 at the 21. Long count for Medelis. 6 on the play clock. Man in motion. Flip to him. Left to right. Caught and dropped immediately. Ran right into the body of Andrew Olson, the junior defensive end. Five yards back. 3rd down and 19 on the sweep play. Under a minute left in the first quarter. And at the 16, Bulldogs have it in the middle of the field. Medelas bends at the waist, slaps his hands together, fakes a handoff, stays in the pocket, now hit in the pocket, throws it backwards into the end zone. It's a loose ball. It's rolling to the corner of the end zone and picked up by Hermiston. The ball's still live. Why did they whistle it down? It went into the end zone, but they whistled it down. It should not have been whistled down because it was picked up by a Bulldog in the end zone. Shilhonic got to it. It was an absolute backwards pass, and it should be a live ball. The Bulldogs have a chance to get it and get it out of the end zone, but they whistled it dead. I don't know how you sort this out.
So where are they saying the ball's down at?
They just... So the indication was
18-yard fumble?
No, because he called it...
It has to be a fumble.
He called it a...
it's a lateral. It has to be a fumble.
Ineligible. But this is a penalty. Like, they penalized this. All right, Shilhonic's going to punt out of the back of the end zone. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. High snap. Shilhonic gets it with one hand, coming to the right, makes a man miss, makes another man miss. He tries to flip it out. Loose ball around the front of the end zone. This is actually probably worse than a safety. And now there's a huge pile. It's going to be Sageview ball on the 1. And I guess that's a fumble as well. It looked like it was a forward pass.
Yeah, I mean, both of them. It wasn't a penalty because it turned over to 4th down. We lost the down, so, oh, man.
I mean, on this change of possession, Sageview has it 1st and goal on the 1. Flores away from the formation. Now they'll shift around. Flores in the backfield. Yanez behind him. 2 Yanez. Yanez running left. Tripped up.
Flag out.
And he's short as well. In there to make the mess, Wyatt Larson.
Well, that'll help us out a little bit to put us back 5 yards or them back 5 yards farther.
So the 5 yards moves it back to the other side of the 5. And because the nose of the ball is just outside the 5, you can get a sense of how close that was to the end zone after the fumble on the punt. Flores, shotgun, turns and hands. No play action, roll the right. Good fake, throw the right side. Diving play to knock it away on the far sideline. Hunter Hansel laid out and got his right hand on it.
Nice job that time. Getting out there and, disrupting that pass out there.
Sonny, as I think about it more, you know what that was? It was intentional grounding was the penalty. Because that was the 2 signals he gave. And that's the loss of downs there, too. It should have been a fumble. And it got whistled dead. 2nd down, 5 to go. Handoff Henderson this time. Henderson, the big back, bowls into the end zone. 5 yards out. And Sageview's on the board on the very final play of quarter number 1. Eli Henderson into the end zone after missing the last 2 weeks with injury. Shoulder problem has kept him limited. But here tonight, he put Sageview back in front. Cade Bueller on the point after attempt. And he hammers it through. 14-7. That's the end of the first quarter here at Bulldog Stadium on AM 1360 KOHU. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back after this. Second quarter here on homecoming out on Kennison Field. Hermiston hosting Sageview. Lobos with a 14-7 lead. A wild sequence at the end of Hermiston's last drive leads to the Lobos getting a fumble allegedly on the 1. And after a penalty, punching in from 5 yards out. Rolling, bounding ball taken at the 19-yard line. And Hermiston's kick return. Still rugby scrumming across the 35 and ends up all the way up to the 36-yard line on Colby Kelly's return. Down by 7 again. Bulldogs attacking right to left here in quarter number 2, away from the high school towards the field that is used during track and field for throws. Right now is queued up for a fireworks show at halftime. First down, 10 to go. Allen in motion left to right. Medelas turns and hands. Larson running. Power run. Right through the arms of Davian Velarde. And Larson picks up 5. Forty-one-yard line. Second down and 5 to go. 2 to the left shoulder of Medelas in the backfield. Larson again hit the backfield and dropped for a loss.
We're just not getting it. We never touched anybody on the offensive line that time, Eric. Larson got it just before, got the ball just before he got hit.
The loss is 2, back to the 39, third down, 7 to go. Larson to the left shoulder of Medelas. 2 receivers to the left, flag out. And James Young flinched from the near side receiver on the Hermiston sideline to get the 5-yard penalty. It'll push it back to the 34, and now 3rd down and 12. Tabor Mills is now the receiver wide to the left, Allen inside of him. Nate Henderson on the field wide to the right side. 3rd down and 12. H-back right as well. Medelas. 6 coming. Medelas scrambling. Back out to his right. Medelas pumps. Now he'll take it himself. Gets a big block, and Medelas is out of bounds into the Sageview sideline at the 41-yard line. Medelas scrambles for 6. Not enough, though, and there's a flag out.
They're going to call for a crackback?
I don't think so. Where that flag is sitting around where the pocket was. I think this is just regular holding.
Yeah.
That's the indication. Sageview will take it and give Hermiston a 3rd down and now 22 back at Hermiston's own 24-yard line. 10:19 left in quarter number 2. This Bulldog team looking for some confidence, down by a touchdown. H-back left. Allen in motion, left to right. He'll come all the way out to the right side. Medella's deep drop. Screen play back over to the left. Larson catches it, sheds one tackler, and then is piled up back at the line of scrimmage at the 24. No gain. And Hermiston will have to punt it away, down by a touchdown. Under 10 minutes remaining now in the first half. Max Shelhonick back inside his own 10. Counting. The last snap was high, Keegan Harshberger. However, the last snap was with the line of scrimmage down inside the 5, so there wasn't the normal amount of distance to snap. Shelhonick hammers one, checks up at the 50-yard line, and Henderson picks it up on a hop. He was the up man. Far sideline, cuts back to his right at inside the 30-yard line, and is caught there just short of the 25. Henderson, really smart to see that ball right there with nobody around, and he turns it into a 23-yard return down to Hermiston's 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was Shelhonick did an excellent job that time of getting that ball back out where he had to step out and get away from it. Again, almost got a block. I don't know if they might have got a hand on it a little bit, but a great job by Henderson of seeing that thing bounce right to him.
Flores has a receiver wide to the right. Everything's tight to the formation. Turn in hand, Henderson to the backfield. This time drop for a big loss. Coming off of the edge, and there was nowhere to go. Feed to Sapeni. Stops it for a loss of 5. Sapeni, the sophomore, at defensive end. One quick and just
no penalties.
Speed from the outside.
Sideline warning for Hermiston?
Yes, a sideline warning for Hermiston, but it's just a warning. So the play stands back to the 31, and 2nd down and 15 now for Sageview. 9:03 left in quarter number 2. Sageview 14, Hermiston 7. Jason Beasley is alone, wide to the left side. 4 wide out options, 3 of them to the right shoulder of Flores, who's got the back to his right as well. 2nd and 15. Hand to Yanez. Yanez on the inside, knocks balls out. Loose pile right around the 30-yard line. Sageview got back on top of it. And it was their center, Reggie Gilbert, who got back on the ball. Headsy play from the sophomore. Yanez ends up gaining 2 yards before his fumble that Sageview kept. Third down 13 inside the 30-yard line. Step it up in the pocket. Flores hit as he throws incomplete. In and out of the hands of Hayden Larson, who knew he had a pick and he had blockers and he had 75 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a great job by the Bulldogs, getting good pressure. Moreno went ahead and Flores went ahead and stepped up inside and thought he had a perfect pass right over the middle, but Larson got in the middle of everything.
4th down and 13 at the 29. Offense stays out. Twin receivers each way. Flores with a back to his left now will motion Montez left to right. Screenplay set up out to the left side. Complete, but 5 yards for Beasley and no more, as he's been semi-quiet here. Turns it over on downs at the 23-yard line. So Hermiston does force the ball back out of the Lobos' hands, and they get it to their offense down by a touchdown with 7:50 left here in the first half of action. It's Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station, brought to you in part by Delish Bistro. Dine in at Hermiston's own Delish Bistro. Enjoy seasonal specials like the chicken fried steak with creamy gravy, crispy red potatoes, and carrot salad. Delish Bistro in Hermiston.
Well, Bulldogs got to get it going, Eric. There's no doubt about it. They need to get to confidence.
First down and 10. Cole McCamey in the backfield now shifts out of the backfield. Throw it to him out in the left flat. McCamey catches it, cuts back to his right in the middle. He's hit hard when he got to the line of scrimmage. Smacked there in the middle by Alex Munoz, the junior. Ends up gaining a yard on the little quick pass. McCamey to the right shoulder. Fake it to him. Medelas pumps, gets away from pressure. Medelas rolling out to the right, asking for a block. Medelas grabbed high in the shoulders, thrown into the sideline, right into the down marker, signifying no gain. The down marker got hit so hard it got bent. And they are on the far sideline. The chain crew is trying to straighten out that bent down marker.
Semi-repaired. It does.
Look, man, I've done that to my putter before. It never goes back to 100% straight. Clean breaks better. You just reshaft it. 3rd down and 10. Ends up a loss of a yard. Medelas, 2 receiver options left. He's looking that way as he takes a snap. Throw it over the middle, dumps it into Henderson's hands. Henderson on the run. Puts his shoulder down, runs through one tackler. Henderson gets first down yardage across the 35, out by the numbers, stopped at the 37-yard line. Hermiston's leading receiver. Didn't start tonight, late to practice. Had 7 catches last week against Kamiakin for 51 yards. That's his 23rd reception this season. And about 180 yards receiving. Under 7 minutes remaining before halftime. First down and 10 from the 37. Turn in hand and up the middle for McCamey. McCamey fights his way to the 40, gaining 3. Henderson and Tabor Mills are wide to the right side. James Young is left on 2nd down and 7 at the 40. Left hash mark set for the Bulldogs, attacking towards the west end zone. High snap, pulled down, handed McCamey. Cuts back to his right. McCamey's got a little bit of space across the 45, and then gets the extra push. Some brotherly shove help from his teammates gets him all the way across midfield to the Sageview 48.
Nice 12-yard pickup that time by the nice little push.
First down and 10 into Sageview territory. Hermiston trailing by a touchdown. Medelis backs to his right. Allen in motion right to left. Runs right in front of Medelis. Medelis takes the snap. Hands it off. Larson this time up the middle. Larson's got a hole. Makes a man miss at 35. Down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Hayden Larson. 48-yard touchdown.
Nice job that time, and the quick hitter right up the middle, Eric, and that's what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to get it outside, and even McCamey has had really good success on getting it right off guard tackle, inside the tackle, right outside that guard, and that's again where it came from.
Larson's third touchdown run of the season. Jose Teneguardado out of Tabor Mills' hold to tie the game. Right-footed kicking freshman. Says he's ready. Mills takes a snap, gets it down. Guardado has it through. 14 apiece, 5:45 left before halftime. Here on homecoming night at Hermiston, you're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU. Next Chapter Bookstore donating a book to Hermiston's Christmas Express every time Hermiston scores a touchdown. So 2 of them tonight. The 48-yarder for Hayden Larson. Hermiston's tied the game with Sageview. 14 apiece, 5:45 left in quarter number 2. Bounder from Tata Guardado, picked up by Montez. Orlando Montez moving to the left, breaks a tackle, and he's up at the 29-yard line where James Young takes him down. And Sageview's offense is back out onto the field. How does Hermiston start to get a little bit more consistency defensively tonight, Sonny?
They have to go ahead and just keep pressuring, just like what they got to return to center. What we're getting sent at us, they've got to be able to go ahead and stand up that offensive line and get push. They can't let them get off the ball.
Eli Henderson is going to vacate the backfield. Empty backfield for sophomore quarterback Alex Flores. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left on 1st and 10 from the 29. Low snap, flag out, throw over the middle, too high, incomplete. Henderson was the intended target. Marker came from the near side. I kind of wonder if they didn't get the right amount of guys on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, formation penalty. And back to the 24-yard line it goes. So first down and 15 here. Flores again is going to go empty backfield. Same formation. Left hash mark set. The sophomore quarterback now motions Montez left to right. There's 4 that way and a flag out.
It's going to be motion or false start on Sageview this time. It was actually Henderson. No, it was Henderson that moved, flinched out there.
Back to the 19-yard line on another penalty on Sageview. So first down and 20 as this drive keeps working the wrong way for the Lobos. Out to the left is Beasley. H-back that way as well. Now Henderson moves into the backfield. And Montez left to right, looking to set up a middle screen to Henderson. Henderson's got it. Shifts away from one man, spins off of another, loses the ball at the 30-yard line. Knocked out as he was coming down, and the ball is ruled down by contact. Bulldogs recovered it. Ball came out when Henderson's hand with the ball in it came down to the turf. 12-yard gain, second down and 8 with 5:20 left, the clock spinning here in quarter number 2 on homecoming night. Malachi Covarrubias will switch in for Wyatt Larson as Sageview huddles up before this second down and 8 play. One receiver alone to the left, and now Sageview's going to have to call a timeout. Just 2 seconds on the play clock. 4:52 left in quarter number 2. And Hermiston's in position here to make this a good defensive stand.
Yeah, where they've been hurt is so far been the middle screen, Eric. That's where they have really gotten the big yardage off. That last one was a little bit of a middle screen there. That's what they can't continue to do.
This defense has seen a lot of time on the field here this year.
This would be the time to go ahead and dial up something special defensively and confuse them a little bit and maybe get off the field, and let our offense go ahead and give it another shot.
Covarrubias and Shilhonic will be at the tackles. Cash Edwards at a defensive end, Fitu Sepeni at the other defensive end. Henderson, the Superman, up tight to the formation as well. Second down and 8. 2 in the backfield, 2 H-backs to the left, turn in hand, run play that time. Yanez has it, bounces off of one, fights his way up to the 35-yard line, and forward progress to the 36, gives him a 5-yard gain to set up third down and short. Right now, Sageview is...
Penalty. Sorry.
The penalty is a false start. It moves it back 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, they had so many people moving all at one time. I don't know if he just didn't allow them to get set, because they had 5 people shifting positions that time. They had a full house backfield to start with, and then they all shifted out of it, and then they shifted back.
Replay the down, second down and 13. Ball back at the 26-yard line. Again, everybody tight to the formation but Beasley. 2 in the backfield with Flores, flanking him. Flores to throw. Down the middle, he delivers it incomplete. Too tall for Kinchin, and another flag. Initial point is it's against Sageview again. 4:22 left in quarter number 2. homecoming night here in Hermiston. Indication pending. Again, procedure against Sageview.
Their 8th penalty already, Eric, for 40 yards. They're all the 5-yard things, but they are starting to stack up and hurt this team.
Game tied at 14. 4:22 left in the first half. Back of the 21-yard line. Second down. 18 to go. The receiver option is to the right this time. Flores to throw. Deep ball, hoisted down the near sideline, coming back and diving forward, hauling it in is Beasley, who grabbed James Young by the arm, pulled him away as he came back and caught the ball. 36 yards on the long throw, and Beasley got away with a pass interference offensively there.
Right in front of the official too, Eric. That's the hard thing to stomach there, is that it was right in front of an official.
So into Hermiston territory, this drive continues. Beasley is alone to the left side with the ball on the right hash mark, first down and 10. Pistol set for Flores. He's got power set up to the right. Hands it and running that way. Henderson right into power from Hermiston and is pulled down. Henderson helped finish it off, but the point attack was disrupted by Edwards.
No gain on the play that time there, and good job by the Bulldogs. Now they got to do it all over again.
Second and 10, right hash mark at the 44. Beasley on the Hermiston sideline to the right. Now he will shift tight to the formation. Everybody essentially inside the box. And timeout given to Sageview. Again, the clock was running out with 3:02 left in the second quarter, and this game tied at 14. We'll be back in 60 seconds on AM 1360.
Oh.
Sorry. Out of this Sageview timeout, they're second in the first half. 3:02 left, game tied at 14. And at the 44-yard line, second down and 10, facing the Lobos. For Eli Henderson, the back to his left shoulder, his receiver target is to his left shoulder. The H-backs are to the right. To throw, Henderson, deep ball down the middle, trying to go home run, and a pass interference penalty will be flagged on Mills.
Yeah, that time there, I don't know, how we allowed him to get back behind us, Eric. I mean, I've been watching what we've been doing on the outside. We're attempting to go ahead and bump at the line and hold them up, and we're missing. That time there, to begin with, Mills made up some ground, but he still had a 3-yard gain over the top but behind us, and you can't have that.
I mean, the credit, Beasley's an athlete. Beasley's fast. He was able to put on the afterburners there. There's not a whole lot of other than Huck and Pray, is Flores is just throwing that ball way down the field, kind of playing the game of 500. But the penalty moves it to the 29, first down and 10. Turn in hand, Yanez coming right behind the right guard and tackle, and he's stopped. Gain of 2. 10-yard penalty, though. I guess if that's any consolation, it was holding instead of pass interference, so
yeah.
It was 10 instead of 15.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to hold him back on the line of scrimmage. Don't let him get that opportunity to get out and run against us with his speed.
Second down and 8. Right hash mark 27-yard line. Yanez, the deep man in the backfield. Behind Alex Flores. With Taylor to his right shoulder. Play action, spinning, Flores stepping, deep ball towards the back of the end zone, lofted over Beasley, incomplete. James Young again on the coverage. And right now they believe their guy can beat any Hermiston guy who's up against him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And, that's just the thing. If we're going to play him up close, you got to continue to give that, keep that cushion and not allow him to break it because he's too fast. He knows where he's going to cut to, and you have to either uncross your feet or cross your feet, whatever you're going to do to stay with him.
Third down, 8 to go. At Hermiston's 28-yard line. Straight drop, Flores. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Carson Crosby was in the vicinity, but it was way over the sophomore. Skips through the back of the end zone, over towards Hermiston High School. 2:02 left, second quarter, fourth down and 8. At the 27 right hash mark is where it will be set. So, Sageview still haven't punted. And they're going to go for it here. 3 targets left. Man alone to the right on fourth down and 8. Straight drop. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Kinchin had sat down there, but it was well off to his right. And a turnover on downs.
Well, that's what the Bulldogs needed. They needed to go ahead and get the turnover anywhere they could get it. And now they've got to go ahead and hold on to the football. And they punch it in again. Got to have some confidence going into the locker room, Eric.
Game's tied at 14. Hermiston has 2 timeouts remaining and 1:59 on the clock. Henderson and Allen are close to the formation left. James Young alone to the right. Blitz coming up the middle. Medelis throws it near side. Henderson on the screen. He's got blockers in front. Henderson down the near sideline. He's got it to 50. 45, 40, 35, 30. One man to catch him. Good angle taken by Mendoza to pull Henderson down at the 15-yard line. 58 yards. And the Bulldogs have a first down and 10. Left hash mark 15. And a timeout taken by Hermiston.
That was a nice little wheel route sort of there, Eric. Right time.
Really good job by Shelhonic and Harshberger to get there and block.
It was. Once they got it out there and he was able to go ahead and step in behind it, Henderson is so quick and so elusive. Those are the quick hitters that got to happen, but they got to be going upfield and not into the backfield so far that we can't get back out of the backfield. That time there, we caught them on their corner blitzes to where their guys were coming in from the outside, and Braden was able to go ahead and beat their defense with his best.
Bulldog football coming up at halftime. It's brought to you in part by the Hermiston School District. Reminder, next Friday, October 10th, statewide in-service day, so students will have the day off, a 3-day weekend. We have a Thursday night game next week, hosting Hanford here at Bulldog Stadium. First down and 10, 15-yard line left hash mark for Hermiston in a 14-all game. High snap, pulled down, hand to Larson. Larson up the middle, tripped up, and he stumbles himself inside the 4. An 11-yard gain for Hayden Larson. 1:40 on the clock. There's plenty of time left. Hermiston really doesn't have to rush here. They can set. They've got time. Big LaMarcus Alleman, the 320-pound freshman, is in the middle at tackle. Handoff, no, keep it. Medella's running left side. The quarterback keeper on read option, 4 yards out. Medella's is into the end zone for his 3rd time this season on the ground.
Absolutely great fake that time by on the fake handoff to Larson. Larson doubled up, and he got hit by 4 guys, and Medella's just, scat back out of the backfield into the end zone off the left side.
Jose Tanaguardado to add the extra point. Hermiston's got their first lead of homecoming night. Snap's good, kick is up. And the Hermiston lead is 21-14. As the teams are a minute and 27 seconds away from heading to the locker room here at Hermiston High School. Bulldog football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by Smitty's Ace Hardware. Stop into Smitty's Ace Hardware, your locally owned ace, for your help with your next project. Professionally trained staff members are always ready to help you find what you need. And the Bulldogs on your hometown radio station are also on your hometown radio station's web stream, powered by Blue Mountain Networks. Lightning fast speeds, unlimited data. And right now, when you refer your neighborhood friends, you can both qualify for a free month of service when they sign up for Blue Mountain Networks. Eric Olson, Sonny Leby with you on AM 1360 KOHU in Hermiston. And we do welcome you on GoHermiston.com and Mixler.com/1360-KOHU. Also a tip of the cap to those with us on the Hermiston School District's YouTube channel, HTV Hermiston. Minute 27 left in quarter number 2. Hermiston 21. Sageview 14. Bulldogs' first lead of the night. And Jose Tanaguardado is going to kick a deep one. Taken by the up man to the right, and Garza's moving to the middle of the field, and he gets tripped up. 19-yard line is where he gets stopped. And Eli Henderson saying, hey, man, I was right there. Let me have that.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a smart choice, but he's got to let him know early. And the Bulldogs, very good coverage coming up the middle. And Eric, in fact, we talked to Coach Faitete talked about that at linebackers, about how many different people were on the special teams coverages on kickoff and punt returns. And, a very good job of coverage that time.
He said there were a lot of pink slips handed out. And guys realized that on Thursday when they're lining up through their walkthrough. And a couple of guys are then coming and saying, all right, what do I have to do to get back on this? Adding competition into practice has really been a focus here. Battle for your spots. Battle for your reps. First down and 10. Handoff and middle run for Henderson. Henderson ends up getting out to the left numbers at the 25-yard line, picking up 5 yards. On the first play, the breeze is starting to pick up coming out of the southwest. In the final minute of the first quarter. Both teams have a timeout remaining. Hermiston's lead is 21-14. Henderson behind Flores. Flores seems content to kind of slow this down. Handoff to Henderson. Henderson running to the right, and Henderson tripped up, 2-yard gain up to the 27-yard line. Right into Edwards, who makes another stop. Cash has been a very steady presence for Hermiston at defensive end.
Absolutely he has, and that's a good job. And I think they're going to be content. They don't have to take another snap, Eric. They're just going to let it run out.
Everybody just kind of standing around like a middle school dance. And now Sageview will start to walk off towards their sideline. Hermiston starts to walk off towards their sideline. And the clock hits zeros here at the end of the first half. Hermiston 21, Sageview 14. The Bulldogs have trailed twice in this game. They've come and tied things up twice and now have their first lead of the game. Hayden Larson, Braden Medelas have both gotten into the end zone from the ground. And Ryan Allen, a 41-yard touchdown reception, got the scoring going here. Homecoming halftime. They've changed some things up tonight. It included the pregame music list. And before the team headed off into the locker room, the coaches called them back and put them around David Faitete for one quick message to let Sageview go first off to the locker rooms, and now Hermiston goes next. Homecoming night here in Hermiston. It means all sorts of pomp and circumstance. The court is going to be introduced next. There's still a fireworks show that is about 15 minutes away from you here tonight in Hermiston. And we have halftime on your hometown radio station. It's brought to you by Devon Oil's Circle K. Sonny and I will be back at the stadium after this. Halftime is brought to you by Devon Oil's Circle K here on your hometown radio station. Circle K, a lot of different things. Polar Pop, premium fuels, wide variety of snacks. The ATM open to the public on Highway 395 North 1st Street in Hermiston. Visit your Devon Oil Circle K. At halftime of homecoming, 21-14 Hermiston in front of the visiting the Sageview Lobos in the first ever meeting between these two teams. This one is tight. This week has not been. One of the most dominant homecoming activities weeks in recent memory. The seniors, the class of 2026, running away from the pack. Win the Mud War tug-of-war on Monday night. They win men's volleyball with a bunch of football players on Tuesday night. Powder Puff, the seniors beat the sophomores on Wednesday night, and then the wind cooperated, so they had their bonfire. And then the seniors with the assembly that David Faitete mentioned in Chalk Talk Some of the senior boys got asked by the dance team, hey, will you come to morning practices so that we have something put together for this homecoming assembly on Thursday? They did, and the seniors dominated. Their football team is hoping that they can take the second half and take it into a more dominant setting. Bulldogs have their first lead of the night in the final minutes of the first half. 21-14. It started with Caden Yanez capping the very first Sageview drive here in Hermiston in their history from 2 yards out. Bulldogs would answer. Ryan Allen, a 41-yard touchdown reception. Braden Medella has made a nice play to find himself some space, buy himself some time, and get the ball deep down the field to Allen, who also found himself a pocket of space to tie the game. Eli Henderson from 5 yards out on a weird sequence where Hermiston, it looked like a backwards pass into the end zone that should have been a fumble that Max Shulhonick picked up. They blew it dead, and best I can tell is they decided to kind of call it a intentional grounding because they did the loss of downs. I mean, they did all the signals for it. And then Hermiston punting with the line of scrimmage at the 3 out of the back of the end zone. Max Shulhonick did an amazing job to keep that ball in the end zone. And then he made 2 men miss, and then he tried to flip it out, and it ended up allegedly being a fumble instead of a forward pass. At the 1, Sageview had it. After a penalty, they punched it in on the very final play of the first quarter to make it 14-7. In the second quarter, Hermiston was able to seize some control here. Hayden Larson, a 48-yard touchdown run, and Braden Medella's with a minute and a half left from 4 yards out to give Hermiston the lead here as the teams go into the locker room at 21-14. Sonny, what numbers stand out to you?
Well, the rushing numbers, in particular for Larson. Larson, 87 yards on 10 carries. And, of course, that was aided by a big 48-yard touchdown run. But 10 carries in that first half, that's something we have not seen for him. Medella's, other than being hindered with that big 24-yard loss on a play, ended up with a touchdown run in that first half. And Cole McCamey, 2 tough runs for 15 yards, but finally getting some offense generated, and in particular to Henderson and Allen, probably the 2 quickest guys on this football team.
The court being introduced right now, being driven out in Corvettes from the Three Rivers Corvette Club from the Tri-Cities. The freshman Princess Brett Corey out there in his uniform. Princess Jaslyn Ramirez. Sophomores Adrian Garcia and Melanie Celeste Gonzalez. Parker Boren also in his uniform out there representing the juniors along with Kiana Gutierrez Munoz. And then the senior court, the Princes. Hunter Hansel, Malachi Covarrubias, and Alvaro Vasquez Cardenas. And then for the senior princesses, Aspen Inners, Kate Doherty, and Micah Cherry. They are being introduced right now. They will have a winner of the homecoming court vote, and we will tell you about it on the other side of this interview with Tammy Fisher. Tammy Fisher is going to help us cover up the fireworks, which get the dogs. It's about 5 minutes away here. We're back with this interview on AM 1360 KOHU.
And runs track. His favorite memory is putting his brother in a dress in front of the whole school. Well done. He enjoys fishing and spending time with his family and friends. His role model is his dad, who keeps him on track. He likes to thank his family, friends, and teammates for always supporting him. Senior Prince, Hunter Hansel. The senior princess rolling down the Millennium Yellow convertible is senior Catherine Doherty. Kate is ASB president, FFA president, and NHS officer, and athlete and coach. Her favorite memory is coaching unified basketball, where it was all about the joy, not the score. She enjoys serving her community whenever she can, The role model is her mom, the queen of getting things done. Ain't that the truth? She thanks her friends, her family, and her boyfriend Kellen for supporting her through it all. That's Senior Princess Kate Doty. Next is Senior Prince Malachi Covarrubias. Malachi plays football, wrestling, and track, and is a legend of sandstone football. His favorite memory is simply living it up. He enjoys cooking and playing sports. His role model is his mom. He thanks his mom, dad, girlfriend Lucille, and his barber Omar for keeping him very fresh. That is Senior Prince Malachi Covarrubias. And Senior Princess rolling down right now in the Glengarry Grand Sport Coupe is Princess Micah Cherry. Micah plays basketball and competes in track. Her favorite memory is placing in javelin at state. She enjoys hiking, baking treats, and reading. Her role model is her mom, who she says is the definition of strength and kindness. She thanks her friend, Alexia, and her family for making her feel at home. Senior Princess Micah Cherry.
You're about to spit that back out.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Halftime here coming to a close at Hermiston High School down on Kennison Field. The team's stretching back out with Hermiston in front to 21-14. The homecoming court celebration surrounded Senior Princess Kate Doherty and Senior Prince Hunter Hansel, who are elevated to Queen and King. Hansel, football and track, and is part of this group getting ready for a second half right now. Doherty, ASB president, FFA president, an officer in the National Honor Society, is a part of the slow pitch softball team, as well as the doubles partner with Aspen Inners, one of the other senior princesses. The two of them out there together this evening. And Doherty also one of the coaches of unified basketball, something that Hermiston started here last year, giving an opportunity for the members of the special education department to play and compete against some of the other schools in the Pacific Northwest and Southeast Washington. A touchdown lead going into the second half, and Sageview's going to get the ball to start things here. What are you looking for in the second half, Sonny?
Well, number one, for this defense to start exerting itself a little bit more now. They're loosened up now. They're ready to rock and roll. They need to go ahead and keep pressure and contain. But this Beasley, very, very good receiver, absolutely. Quarterback is doing a very good job of trying to get it to him. Hermiston just cannot let him get behind us. We've got to keep him down underneath us and make the tackle whenever it is thrown out underneath.
It was such a weird second quarter, a lot of penalties, just kind of a lot of stuff, including that sequence there at the end of the first quarter, which kind of started it all with, is that a fumble? Is it a grounding penalty? Whatever it is, and Sageview ends up with it on the 1 yard line. There is just kind of a lack of a rhythm right now for both of these teams, and we'll see if they can kind of get that settled coming out of the second half. Well, I suppose if you didn't use them all the 4th of July, or maybe you just have a pile ready for New Year's, you can answer the big fireworks show that was here during halftime with off in the distance off to the north, somewhere probably in the Rocky Heights area. There was a firework, a single firework that was shot up into the air. We saw it. It's illegal. 21-14, Hermiston will kick towards the west end zone into a breeze that has been at times a little bit gusty. Eli Henderson is the deep man for this return team. Carson Crosby left and Julian Garza to the right. Jose Tenaguardado to kick it away. And the right-footed kick is driven on a line on the run, fielded by Garza down the near sideline, gets a block at another across the 35. And at the 40 is where he is tripped up. And in there on the stop for Hermiston is freshman Brett Corey. They elevated him up to getting a varsity jersey last week. And he's in there on that tackle to stop Garza. They're excited about what they've seen from Corey.
Yeah, he's a good, young, big football player. I mean, for a freshman, good size. And that's good speed, good strength. Good-looking football player.
First down and 10, line of scrimmage to the 40. Eli Henderson moves the right shoulder, floors, looks to throw, and pitches it out to the left side to Montez. Montez tripped up at the 40-70-yard line, a 70-yard gain on the quick pitch and catch on the first play of the second half. Lobos operating down by 7. Cash Edwards, Fitu Sepeni, the defensive ends. Max Shilhonic and Angel Ordaz at the tackles. Throw it near side, through the hands, incomplete of the intended target, tight end Angel Mendoza. Aiden Larson, Cole McCamey at the backer positions. Colby Kelly in that Superman position. Nate Henderson, the rover. Tabor Mills at free safety. Hunter Hansel, James Young, the cornerbacks. The starting lineup brought to you by Rogers Toyota. Third down, 3 to go, just short of midfield at the 47. Rolling right and throwing high, incomplete, off of the hands of Kinchin.
Oh, wow. He had nobody in front of him that time. That hit him right in the face mask. And he right on the 50-yard line. He had nothing but dirt in front of him.
It was Colby Kelly. The ball deflected and then deflected off of him. And so, for the first time tonight, Sageview will punt. Rolling right. This is a fake. Coming to the near sideline space. Eli Henderson has it. Has the first down into Hermiston territory. Breaks a tackle at the 35. Shoulders his way through a tackler, but stepped out at the 29-yard line. Eli Henderson back to punt. He is one of 3 different guys they have shown in punt this year, and the fake for Sageview and the special teams extends this first drive of the second half.
22 yards on the fake and first down for, Sageview, and that's what Hermiston, that's what you can't afford to do. Can't afford to let him do that one.
Right hash mark, 29-yard line, first down and 10. Pistol set, turn in hand to Yanez. Caden Yanez running left side. And Caden Yanez gets stacked up after a 2-yard gain or so to the 27. This seniorless Sageview team is looking for their first win in program history. This very senior-laden Hermiston team is looking for their first win in their last 17 contests, dating back the final couple of weeks of the 2023 season. Flag out before Sageview's even able to really line up and set. And this is going to be that illegal substitution penalty you've been looking for.
Yeah, I mean, they've done it almost every play, Eric. They've had somebody, had the 12 out there and one running off. And, that's their 9th penalty. All of the 5-yard type penalties for Sageview.
Move it back to the 33-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the park. Angel Mendoza is wide to the left side. Kinchin inside of him. 2 receiver targets to the right for Alex Flores. Back to his left shoulder on second down and 14. Throw over the middle. Open drop. Mendoza right off of his hands as he is sat underneath the zone.
Yeah, he had a good, and there was not a Hermiston player around him, Eric. If he could have caught it, turned around, he would have had the first down.
Third down and 13. At the 33-yard line, Sageview has shown the desire so far to go for it. So this is probably 4-down territory. Beasley alone to the right. 3 options left, looking that way. Now Flores comes back to the right, screen play to Henderson. Henderson slips a tackle, stiff arms a man inside the 20 and is taken into the Hermiston sideline at the 16-yard line. Nate Henderson is the one who shepherds him out, but not before first down yardage for Eli Henderson.
Is there a penalty?
There's a marker. It was sitting right there on the near sideline, obscured by some of the white hats and black jerseys on the Hermiston sideline. Face mask penalty, personal foul on Hermiston. So to be half the distance from the end of the run, 8-yard penalty moves it down to the 8-yard line. And Sageview down by a touchdown. Not quite 2 minutes into the third quarter, have first down and goal. It's a, back to me. Flores under center, split backs behind him. The sophomore takes a snap, hands off, turning right side run, nothing there. Henderson came up and made the stop on Eli Henderson. They gave him a yard, down to the 7 it goes. Second down and goal to go. Right hash mark. Just Beasley alone to the right side. Taylor to the right shoulder of Flores. And then the back behind him. Play action. Flores rolling left. Flores on the run. Gets a block. Flores going to just race out into his own sideline on the far side. Maybe another yard. Actually, that mark's going to be a yard backwards. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage with 9:20 left in the third quarter. Third and goal. Henderson and Flores in the backfield. 3 targets right. Left hash mark, third down and goal. Right up the middle to Henderson. Henderson is turned back. Flag comes out as Henderson is stopped short of the 5-yard line. McCamey in there along with Ordaz. Holding indicated against Sageview. I guess you got to take this.
Oh, yeah, you got to take it. He had a 2-yard gain on the play and, then takes off another 10 yards back, and that hurts.
Move it back to the 18-yard line. And third down and goal. Jason Beasley, Alex Flores' top receiving target, is the receiver alone to the left side. To throw, Flores rolling to the right. Flores throws on the run, incomplete behind Kinchin. Interesting decision, well, maybe. Fourth down and goal from the 18-yard line.
Yeah, he just could not get turned all the way back around after making that bootleg out to the left or back towards the right. Just could not get himself squared up. He did have a receiver, but it was just low and away.
What would have been a 36-yard field goal is going to be fourth down and goal from the 18. Quick throw, right side, low pass, trying for a hook and ladder, incomplete.
Good idea. But we did have it defended very well. Good defensive stand. Aided by a couple of penalties, that's for sure, but a good defensive stand.
For the want of replay, it sure seems like that's a catch and a backwards. That's a fumble, not an incompletion. He catches and controls and flips it backwards. I don't know. I'd like to see it on film. I
think what he did, Eric, and I don't know that he had complete control of it. I think what it did, once it hit his hands, it was pushed up real quick.
And maybe he will be a setter in their men's volleyball during their homecoming week. First down and 10 from the 13. Handoff up the middle. Some space there for Larson. Stiff arms a man away down the near sideline. 40, 35, 30 into Hermiston territory. Larson down the near sideline. Larson is gone. Touchdown, Hermiston. 87 yards.
Wow, matched his total from the first half on just one run, Eric. Absolutely great play. You could tell it. Quick hitter up the middle and just absolutely blistered him.
It's the pull-away speed there that you don't expect from let's be honest, one of the favorites to be a state champion this winter on the wrestling mats after he drops a few LBs. But he sure didn't look like he needed to drop any LBs there. He unhitched the trailer and was gone.
Oh, yeah, he was. He's quick. Yeah, I mean, he's big, strong, quick, and, good shape, too, because 87 yards, by the time you get down to the end zone, you got to be able to go ahead and punch it in.
Jose Tena Guardado to add the extra point. Right-footed kick. Snaps low there, though, and kicked through. 8:46 left in quarter number 3. 28-14. Hermiston, a 2-touchdown lead for the first time in the 2025 season. And a really nice job by Hayden Larson to find himself an opening and a big run. That will be our USA Subs and Grill play of the game. The brisket sub has become a permanent part of USA Subs and Grill's menu, made with smoky brisket, melted cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce, personalized with your favorite grilled sub or fresh veggies. USA Subs and Grill, made fresh in the USA. Some breathing room finally.
Yeah, nice little inside zone run, and Hayden cut it right up the middle and cut to his left and hit the sidelines, and he was gone.
Those were the fireworks we had been looking for to follow the actual fireworks here at Bulldog Stadium. And a 2-touchdown lead. Hermiston's defense forces that turnover on downs, and then the very first play, Larson off to the races. 8:46 left in the third quarter. 28-14, Jose Tena Guardado's got it teed to send it away, and he will. Short, and Henderson lets it bounce, takes it on a hop at the 10. He's at the 15-20, and Henderson is a stop there. Tupo Boyd gets the stop for Hermiston. Another sophomore they're excited about.
Get the ball deep to make sure that they have a semi-long field to go ahead and have to navigate. And now their defense needs to step it up again, Eric. They found, they have, you can tell they got a little bit of a pep talk in there. Keep this thing going and just keep the pressure on.
Cash Edwards on late. Throw out to the left side, complete to Beasley. Beasley steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line. His sideline, an 8-yard gain.
Only his third catch of the night, but he's got 49 yards on the night, Eric.
Second down, 2 to go at the 30 left hash mark. Hand to Henderson, he slipped and ends up losing about a half yard. Tripped, maybe got tangled up with Alex Flores as they handed it off.
He's had a pretty good night. That's his 14th carry. He's at 44 yards on the night, Eric. And, that's a good start to going ahead and stalling this.
So third down and 3 at the 29 left hash mark. Flores, straight drop, pumps, pulls it down, moves to the middle, over the middle, delivers it, and completes it at the 39-yard line. Braxton Kinchin did a really good job to hold on because Tabor Mills was all over him defending that ball really well.
Yeah, nice little 8-yard pitch and catch that time for the first down. And you're right, it was lucky that he was able to get it in there and hold on to it because he was draped all over the place.
First down and 10, left hash mark 39 for Sageview. Trailing by 2 scores, 7:40 left in quarter number 3. Flores to throw again. Deep ball, left sideline, way too far, incomplete. Hansel covering Beasley. I don't know, Hunter really knew where that one was, but it wasn't anywhere close to Beasley getting to haul it in. I mean, Hunter's on him, but it came out so low.
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 10. Trips right for Flores at a pistol set. It's a quick throw right side. Looped over to Montez, who hauls it in and is shoved into the Hermiston sideline at the 48-yard line. Kelly and James on the coverage. James Young.
Got a penalty? No. Just a 9-yard pickup.
About a 9-yard, 2 feet, 11-inch pickup. The nose of the ball is just short of the 48. It's not anymore after Reggie Gilbert puts his hand on it. Handoff run up the middle, and Yanez has the first down into Hermiston territory, gaining 3 to their 49.
Out to Hermiston, you got to stiffen up again. You're starting to, allow them to push you. And, we got to take a stand here.
First down 10. Hermiston's 49 right hash mark. Flores has the back to his left shoulder. And quick throw out to the right side. Beasley catches, and it immediately goes down at the 44-yard line. 5-yard gain. Eli Henderson back on. As Sageview huddles right at the midfield stripe. 6:34 left in the third quarter. And the Lobos trailing the Bulldogs by 2 scores. 2nd and 5 at the 44, right hash mark. Flores keeps it on a read option, run into the right side, pulled down from behind by Cash Edwards. Flores ends up getting a yard to the 48.
Great job that time by Edwards, setting the edge and making Flores have to bounce it out and slow himself down. Had he not set that edge and not slowed him down, Flores is quick enough to get that edge.
Haven't seen a whole lot on the ground from Flores, who came in 3 feet short of 100 yards through the first 4 weeks of the season. Flag out on 3rd down and 4. Lobos with another pre-snap 5-yard penalty. Back to the 48 it goes. 3rd down 9. One of the balloons that was released by Kate Doherty as she became the Queen of Homecoming 2025 has swirled around and just came back across Bulldog Stadium and now headed out towards the east. Flores throw left side, and a nice job to dig that one out. Montez hauled it in. Montez stopped at the 40. And so 4th down and 1. A lot of personnel changing. The offense will stay out there. They're going to put some more big boys on. 4th down and 1 at the Hermiston 40. Flores adds 2 tight ends right. Flores the keeper. Flores, ball's loose. Hermiston saying they took it away. There's still a rugby scrum. No indication yet. Where's the point? Bulldogs with the ball. McCamey at the bottom of the pile's got it. They took it right out of Alex Flores' hands on the sneak attempt.
Yeah, he was trying to hurry. It reminds me of a few years ago, but he tried to reach that hand out with the football to break the plane and actually put it right into the Bulldogs' hands.
Bulldogs take over on the 48, turning the ball over with 35 left in the third quarter, 28-14. Nate Henderson, the receiver to the right, short side of the field with the ball in the right hash mark, just short of midfield. On first down and 10. Up the middle and into Sageview territory. 70-yard run by Hayden Larson. First 100-yard night in a while for a Bulldog running back.
Getting close to that 200-yard mark, Eric.
There's a marker out.
Oh, man.
And a procedure penalty against Hermiston.
Yeah, he's starting to get close to that. He's at 174 right now on the night on 11 carries.
Well, last 200-yarder is easy. Wyatt Larson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Wyatt Nolan. This is Hayden Larson.
Yes.
First down 15 from the 43. Keeper by Medelas. Medelas running there outside. He's got the edge. Medelas pushed out of bounds on the Sageview sideline. Gets it to their 48. 70-yard run. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Second down and 6 to go. Larson to the right shoulder of Medelas. 3 receiver options left. The sophomore walks up towards the line. Barks changes. Moves Larson to his left shoulder. From the 48 in Sageview territory. Hand to Larson. Larson hit in the backfield. Sheds that tackler. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and gets a yard to their 47-yard line.
Yeah, that time there, they sent the whole house, Eric, into every gap on that offensive line.
They're down 5 to go. Larson to Medelas' left shoulder. Hermiston going to take a timeout with 3:19 left in the third quarter, leading 28-14. This is one of those plays, this is one of those drives where I think that you're willing to burn the first time out of the second half because you really, really would like to kind of put this thing out of a conversation for Sageview if you can get a third touchdown lead.
Absolutely. This will be interesting, Eric. I'm wondering, because there's a lot of talk going on there about somebody possibly having to come off. I don't know. But yes, keep this thing going. Give it right back to Larson twice. Or read option, go ahead and get it inside like that, because now that they're starting to crush the inside, that'll leave the edge open for the read option.
Third down and 5 to go. Right hash mark, 47-yard line. 3:19 left in the third quarter. Henderson is alone to the right. 2 receiver targets left. Larson to Medelas' right shoulder. And Sageview jumped. This one's actually close to whether or not it's going to be enough.
It's going to be real close. Are they going to have to go ahead and come out and mark it?
They indicate first down, and they will move the chains. I kind of thought it was inches. Right hash mark, 42-yard line. First down and 10. Medelas takes the snap, turns in hands. Larson up the middle. Larson bounces off to his right. Spins off of another, going out towards the numbers, and is stood up Progress stopped at the 37-yard line in Lobos territory, 5-yard gain.
Nice job that time. I mean, that's just number one. The offensive line really is exerting itself, and Larson following it and making them pay for trying to hit up high.
Second down, 5 to go. McCamian. Play action to him. Rolling right. Throw it that way. Henderson's got it slipped. Tripped to the 34-yard line. Still a 3-yard gain. Third down and 2 with 2:25 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 28-14. They've got 2 shots to get this. They're not punting from here. They're not kicking from here. McCamey. No, keep Medelis running right side. Medelis has space at the 20. Cuts back to his left at 15. Gets a block. 5. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
There was your read option we talked about, Eric. They keyed it up for the center of the field so much. They absolutely hammered Larson when he went in. Medelis pulled it and off to the races.
Cash Edwards, the H-back, got down the field, and he had the springing block that got Medelis the rest of the way at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, 34-yard touchdown run, and that's great job there.
Jose Tena-Guardado to add the extra point. High snap, pulled down, and slides inside the goalpost on the right to extend the lead to 35-14 when we return on homecoming night in Hermiston on AM 1360 KOHU. Look ahead brought to you by LIUNA, Labor's International Union of North America. 2 weeks in a row here at Bulldog Stadium. Hermiston will host Hanford next Thursday night. Jose Tena-Guardado, a shorter spinning kick, bounces at the 20, hops over the top of Henderson, who grabs it with one hand. Henderson turns back, and he's got all sorts of black shirts all over him, and he's still hopping and fighting. Unlucky for Sageview, his forward progress should have been the 13 or so, and they just let him keep going back to the 10.
That is unfortunate for him, because that was not where it should have been.
I mean, he's got to catch it in the air.
Yeah,
he's got 2 up guys. Somebody's got to catch it in the air.
Yeah.
There's been both sides of the ball, lots of learning moments here in week 5. Hermiston 35, Sageview 14. Minute 54 left, third quarter. Caden Yanez in the backfield along with Alex Flores. Their sophomore quarterback has 3 receivers left. Wyatt Larson out there late, so he's got kind of a running jump in. Throw near sideline. Henderson catches Beasley immediately. The pitch to the 19, 4-yard gain. I mean, they got Henderson on Beasley now for the most part, and he's not frequently going to get beaten.
very good job that time in keeping them inside of him, and that's, the biggest thing. Hermiston just can't give up the big play and let him get behind.
3rd down, 6 to go at the 19-yard line. Motion Montez, throw it near sideline, drop ball incomplete. Bounced off the hands of Beasley as they tried to set up a wide receiver screen.
Hermiston had that one. They had that one covered really, really well because, as soon as that ball bounced off the, Beasley's hands, went to the ground, the Hermiston player was covering it like a fumble. So they were
because
right
Henderson is shadowing Beasley everywhere.
Yeah.
He's floating right now. Whatever side Beasley is on, Henderson's moving that way. 3rd down and 6. They'll move Henderson more into a safety spot. Flores looking to throw. Deep ball near a sideline has Montez. Henderson stands up and hammers him. Montez holds on to it at the 34-yard line. Big hit. 15-yard gain. 1st down for the Lobos. Minute left in the 3rd quarter. First down and 10 at the 34 at the right hash mark. Beasley and Orlando Montez are to the right. And 1st down and 10, handoff up the middle, run, nowhere to go. Hayden Larson stepped up and filled the hole and dropped the back for a loss. Yanez is shaken up and he will wobble over to the far sideline as Eli Henderson replaces him. Henderson.
Yeah, Larson just absolutely read that perfectly, read the pull on the guard, and filled that hole and just lit him up.
It'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. A big Hayden Larson read right up that hole. It's the Next Chapter Bookstore read of the game that brings us to the end of the 3rd. 35-14. Hermiston puts another couple of touchdowns on the board, and they're having a good start. Can they get a good finish to homecoming night when we come back on AM 1360 KOHU? Eric Olson, Seti Levy with you on AM 1360 KOHU. Homecoming night, and Hermiston's lead is 35-14. Starting the 4th quarter, hosting the Sageview Lobos in the first ever meeting between these two teams. How did Hermiston seize control of this game?
Defense and really getting after it. The offensive and defensive lines have really changed what they were doing in the first half. Now it's allowing Larson to get off on the big runs and defensively stopping that big run.
2nd and 11 to throw. Flores near sideline, screen dropped, incomplete.
Yeah, that was tipped right at the line there and almost, was able to be picked up by the back coming up, but he couldn't dive far enough to get to it.
Fitu Sapeni is the one rushing off that edge who got his hand on the ball. 3rd down and 11. Right hash mark from the 33-yard line. Flores with the back to his left. The sophomore's got 3 receivers left. Blitz, screenplay, low pass caught by Henderson. Henderson taken into his bench at the 40-yard line, gain of 7. Henderson's done a good job a few times tonight of picking balls up off of the turf, the low, tough passes to catch.
Absolutely. And here, this is the play, Eric. Stop it here, and Hermiston can go ahead and get an opportunity to drive for the finishing touches.
Eli Henderson is back in punt formation just for the second time tonight. The first time tonight, they faked it, and he converted it. Tabor Mills will start to backtrack along with Nate Henderson in punt formation. Henderson will kick this one. Low line drive, bounces at the 38, rolls past Henderson out of bounds into the Sageview sideline on the far side. Out at the 26-yard line on the low line drive. 3-touchdown lead for Hermiston, 11:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulldog offense. Back out onto the field. Most points of the season. First lead of the season. Hayden Larson trying to pull this into a 200-plus yard night from the backfield.
Give him 2 straight runs up the middle, and let's see it happen now.
Larson is the back to the right shoulder of Braden Medelis. On first down and 10. Allen in motion left to right. Give it to Larson up the middle. Larson into the second level. Dives over the top of a tackler to the 35-yard line, gaining 9.
Nice job that time. That line, Eric, every one of the linemen were down at least 6 yards downfield.
Second down and a yard to go from the 35 left hash mark. Back slips this time. Still gets a 2-yard gain out of the deal as Larson lost his footing on this field turf that we're hearing is probably a couple years away from time to replace the field turf that was put in when Bulldog Stadium in Kettison got its renovation about a decade ago. First down and 10 at the 37, left hash mark. Medelis now will step up to the line. Possibly changing the play here. Larson's to his right. Medelis takes the snap. Keeps it on a quarterback read option. He's caught and dropped it for a loss. Hanging on to him in the backfield, Anthony Yanez.
Loss of 5 on the play there, Eric. And that was a tough read there. That should have been the dive play that he just handed it off. 3 ball players come flying at him like that.
Second down, 15, back to the 32-yard line, left hash mark. And hand it. Larson, left side run. Larson's got a hole, spins off of a tackler. Flag comes out as Larson was grabbed by the headgear and pulled down at the 41-yard line. Hayden's run, good for 9. 15 more are going to be added on to the end of this one.
Yeah, that nice, and that was should be a major face mask penalty.
Well, hold on. Are there 2 flags on this play? Holding penalty. Face mask penalty. Offset. They will offset and replay the down.
Oh, that stinks.
Almost 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hermiston up 35-14 here on homecoming night at Kennison Field. Second down and 15 to go. Left hash mark 32. Medelis with the back to his left. Takes a snap. Play action. Straight drop. Quick throw. Left side. Drop ball. Trying to set up a screen, and right on top of it, Henry Taylor. I mean, it's probably better for Tabor he dropped it.
Yeah. I mean, that was there was 3 defenders out there that quickly on that play.
A lone receiver left. Wicks. 2 options right. 3rd down 15 from the 32. Play action again. Throw over the middle. Tipped by Yanez, incomplete. This was Caden Yanez who got his hand on this one. And so 4th and 15. Clock paused on the incompletion with 9:48 left in quarter number 4. Hermiston 3-touchdown lead, but they will have to punt. Eli Henderson calling his own number out there to return. The junior who's missed a couple of weeks with a shoulder injury. Max Shilhonic standing on his 16. Good snap. Kick is away. And away from Henderson into the sideline, but kind of off the side of the foot. So this one is well hit, but hit the wrong direction. 41-yard line is where they say it's out. And that's where Sageview will have it.
Took a little time off the clock that time. Kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit with the holding penalty, and just could not get it going after the good 9-yard run by Larson to start it.
Defense, though, has been keeping Sageview quiet since the end of the first quarter when Sageview got their second touchdown. They haven't scored. 9:44 left. Quick throw to Henderson out on the right side. Henderson breaks one tackle. He will not break the second and gets a yard up to the 42-yard line. As Cole McCamey, Hermiston's second leading tackler, gets in on the stop.
Flores now has 220 yards in the air for the Lobos.
A receiver target to the right, 3 options bunched out wide to the left. Right hash mark set from the 42. Flores looking to throw quickly that way, gets it to Kinchin. Kinchin is hit and dropped. And Larson is out there to help finish off what Colby Kelly started.
Yeah, Kinchin out there for a -1 on the play there, and a great job by Larson, coming up and filling and putting the final hit on him.
Colby Kelly had a blocker, and he drove his blocker back straight into Kinchin. And at the 40-yard lines where Sageview has it on this 3rd down at 11. Trips her to the right this time on 3rd down and 11 from the 40. Quick throw left side, incomplete behind Henderson, who was not expecting the ball to come his way. Flores had pressure coming right down the middle, and he got it out.
Yeah, I mean, had he been expecting it and it hadn't gotten to him, he did have some yardage in front of him. But, again, Bulldogs getting great pressure.
4th down and 11. And so Henderson back in punt formation. We'll get another low line drive driven well away. It will hop and check. And now Henderson trying to decide he will pick it up at the 20-yard line. Makes a man miss. Coming to the right side. Stiff arms another at the 30. Got it blocked, but the block was illegal. Henderson down the near sideline. Has one more guy to beat coming back to his left. He's hit from behind and tackled by Orlando Montez. Henderson's run is all the way back to the 21, but there was an illegal clip around the 32-yard line early in the return that's going to negate all of this.
Yeah, he's going to get credit for a good 12-yard return before the penalty, and unfortunately it's going to be half the distance? No, it's going to be back at about, is it a 15-yard penalty?
I think it's just a clip. I don't think that this is an illegal blindside. Oh, wow.
They did. Wow.
It's actually still a 15-yarder because it was from the 32.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a blindside block. I thought, he might have peeled back from the middle of the field, but it wasn't one that was coming from deep downfield coming back at him.
I mean, it was right. It was right in the area where the run is coming, so it was really clear to me that it wasn't a legal block. I mean, it was a block in the back. But that's not.
Well, I guess
that's not.
That's 16
15 yards. That's 16 yards. It's not half the distance to the goal when it's at the 32.
No.
16-yard line, first down and 10. 7:52 left. Hermiston up 35-14. Blitz coming. Screen set up. Dropped, intercepted to the end zone. Sageview returns it. Yanez has the score. From 12 yards out, the ball rattled off of Larson on a screenplay, and Yanez, look what I found, to get Sageview points.
Yowzer. Yeah, I don't understand that one, Eric. I really don't. That is one that you're down to 7 minutes, 45 seconds left, down at the 16-yard line. The screen is not probably going to get you, the touchdown. Run the football, get it out of the area a little bit, and see what happens.
So, for the first time since the end of the first quarter, Cade Bueller is out for an extra point. Got some pressure and slips it past the pressure through. 35-21, Hermiston still up by 2 scores, 7:45 remaining in the fourth. When we come back at AM 1360 KOHU. Hermiston is expecting an onside kick with 7:45 remaining in the fourth at a 35-21 game.
Yep, they got all hands people up there.
Cade Bueller's got it teed. I honestly don't know why he wouldn't kick this away. There's still a lot of time left in this game. He's going to go for an up man, kind of a line drive pinball, and a scramble for it at the 48-yard line on the Sageview side of the 50. No indication yet either way. Some Hermiston guys are saying we got it. Hayden Larson's at the bottom of the pile with the ball in his hands. So he hung on for dear life down at the bottom of what can be some chaos.
Absolutely can be some chaos. For anybody that's ever been at the bottom of one of these scrums, everything happens whenever you're in there. Steady diet.
Sageview's got all their timeouts remaining.
Steady diet of run right now. Whether it be Larson or whether it be McCamey or whether it be Medella's.
It's Larson right now to the left shoulder of Medella's. First down and 10 at the Sageview 48-yard line. Give to Larson. Larson tries to cut back to his left. He does. Breaks a hole. He's inside the 40. Pulled down. A flag comes out as he is all the way down to the 32-yard line. Larson is 16-yard run. And I think he's tackled by the headgear at the end of it.
Yeah, he was a face mask again that time, Eric. You could see his head come around. And that puts him over 200 yards for the night, Eric. 207 yards on the night. And that's going to be a big one, isn't it?
No.
They called that a 5-yard face mask penalty?
Yes. Down to the 26, left hash mark.
Wow.
Medelas slaps his hand together, turns and hands. Larson again. Larson left side run. Breaks into the open. Spins down inside the 15, near the 10. They'll mark him down. Knee touched at the 13-yard line. 12-yard gain. Move the chains again with 7:21 remaining. Bulldogs in a no huddle, trying to add on to their 35-21 lead. To his right shoulder, Medelas has a back, hands it to him. Larson up the middle. Larson breaks a tackle, comes to his right, and is hammered at about the 70-yard line. Big tackle in the middle by Angel Mendoza. Larson an 8-yard run. He's out, McCammy's on. All runs on the drive with 6.5 minutes and the clock spinning here in quarter number 4. Sageview had some confusion, and Jacob Valdez was trying to run off the field, and then they sprinted him back on, and then he was kind of given a gift there because he definitely wasn't ready for that play, and so he was sent off for an equipment violation. There's no penalty on that. From the 7, 2nd down and 2 to go. McCammy running left. McCammy is stopped. Henry Taylor, 2-yard loss. Third down, about 4 to go. Just past the halfway point in quarter number 4. McCammy to left shoulder, Medelas. Motion man left to right. McCammy again, hit in the backfield by Damian Velarde. No gain. Ends up a loss of 1 back to the 9. Jose Tena Guardado, we're inside his range. What would be a 26-yarder from the left hash mark. The offense staying on the field with 5:20 left in the 4th. Up by 14. Bulldogs looking for an answer to the pick 6. High snap. Handed off to McCammy. McCammy got nothing. On a read option, McCammy ends up losing 5 more yards back to the 14, and that's where the Bulldogs will turn it over on downs.
Promising drive that time, stalled out by a penalty or some by a break given to Larson, a much needed break to Larson, and then the offensive line did not give the same breaks to McCammy.
First down, 10 to go. Right hash mark 14. Sageview's got the ball. Flores going to look to throw. Rifles one right side, incomplete, behind Jason Beasley.
"37th pass on the night, Eric, for Flores."
With 4:58 remaining in the 4th quarter, Hermiston's lead is 35-21. Eli Henderson this time is sent off for an equipment check. We hadn't seen any of these until just these last few moments. Caden Yana is back on. Play clock started. Second down and 10 from the 14 right hash mark. Couple of targets to the left and to the right. Now in motion, left to right goes Kinchin. And they screen it back out to the right side for Beasley. Beasley trying to switch the field way out to the left and pulled down by the headgear in the backfield by Henderson. Gain of a yard, 15 on to the end of it. And Angel Mendoza, who's been on the field for about every single moment of this game, starting to cramp up. Debbie and Dan out there first from the Hermiston sideline. And then across from the Sageview side. They do march off after indicating the penalty to the 30-yard line. And Sageview's got first down and 10. Down 35-21. With 4:49 left in the fourth quarter. Kinchin still being attended to with what looks like a leg cramp on the left side. Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by Umatilla Electric. For the past several years, the staff at UEC have stepped up to support breast cancer awareness, raising thousands of dollars to fund screenings and treatments. In October, you'll find the staff at UEC wearing pink and continuing their efforts to raise awareness and support. And Big River Golf Course, the Rock the Locks concert last weekend in its third year completed. And they turned things over lickety-split Tuesday. They had all 18 holes open up at Big River Golf Course. They are ready to take your tee time, and you can do so ahead of time. Big River Golf Course and the city of Umatilla. We spotlighted this in the tailgate show, but congratulations to the Umatilla girls soccer team. They beat Echo on Tuesday 2-1. They beat Pendleton yesterday 2-0. Unbeaten and in first place in Special District 5. All right. Quick throw, right side, back to Henderson. Henderson to the backfield, tripped up, back at the line of scrimmage on a little swing pass out to the right. And Larson sniffed it out, no gain. By the way, finishing up that spotlight on Umatilla, brought to you by the city of Umatilla. A week off now. Next Friday night. Next game for the Umatilla girls, and it's the rivalry matchup in the EOL at Riverside next Friday night at 7 o'clock. 4:11 left in regulation. 14-point lead. 4:07. Throw out to the right side. Beasley there. Beasley, just not a whole lot of space. They're piling him up pretty quick. And the open field tackle made by Colby Kelly, who's been very active tonight defensively.
Yes, he has, and, that's good to see him stepping up and really getting active out there. It helps out the Bulldogs all night long.
3rd down and 7 to go. And Sageview's hopes of a first win of the season, a lot of that weighs on this drive if they can keep things going. Alex Fleurs, the sophomore quarterback, stands in the pocket, throws it out into the right flat. Henderson again out of the backfield, caught and dropped at the 38-yard line. Henderson gains about 5. 4th down and 2. There will be less than 3 minutes remaining as the clock keeps ticking away on this Week 5 game. Eli Henderson comes off for this 4th down and 2 play. They bring some extra power in at tight end and H-back. and put Giannis in the backfield with Alex Flores. There was movement both ways,
Yeah.
flags out everywhere.
The up back actually lifted up. Let's see who got caught.
It is a question of, is this encroachment forcing the movement by the left tight end? It was Kinchin, the wide receiver, just in tight to the formation. Or is it the movement first by the offense? Encroachment. New set of downs. Five-yard penalty moves it up to the 43. It feels like, as Heath McDonald announces that next to us in the Joe Thompson media room, in his heyday, that would have been according to the officials, 5-yard penalty on Hermiston.
Yeah, and a stern warning look up here.
Throw near sideline, underthrown ball, knocked away. Henderson batted out of Montez's hands. Nate Henderson is as dynamic as anybody the Bulldogs have in that secondary, and he's made a couple of huge plays here in the second half. Sets up a second down and 10. 2.5 minutes remaining. Still a 14-point Hermiston lead. It's getting late on the Sageview Lobos' first ever visit to Hermiston High. Sophomore quarterback Alex Flores slaps his hands together. Straight drop. Stands in the pocket. Now pulls it down. And he's got space to run. He will slide at midfield just before Hayden Larson closed in on him. They'll mark it at the 49, just short of midfield by a step.
Yeah, 6-yard pick up there. I mean, yeah, you could say that was probably a good decision to go down. Hayden was really bearing down on him.
I mean, the alternative is a car crash.
Yeah, and Hayden doesn't lose many of them.
Third down and 4 to go. Just short of midfield. Eli Henderson's in the backfield behind Flores by a step. Quick throw right side, first down yardage, completed to Beasley on their sideline before Hunter Hansel drives him out. But 5 yards enough to move the chains. First down, 10 to go into Hermiston territory at the right hash mark, 46-yard line. Under 90 seconds left. Not a whole lot of urgency here from Sageview. Still huddling. Breaking out of this huddle. Kinchin to the right. 3 targets left. The student section on this homecoming night shouting, "I believe we will win," as Flores takes the snap to throw. Quickly left side, high, incomplete, off of the fingertips of Beasley. And it bounces over into the Hermiston sideline. Rolling right to from Mosquerdo, who's in his second year here, Hermiston, as an assistant coach. Came via Lake Oswego's Lakers. And second down and 10 for the Lobos. 2 receivers each way. Still at the Hermiston 46-yard line, right hash mark for Alex Flores. Backs the step behind him and to the right. Flores straight drop to throw. Deep ball over the middle, dropped by Beasley in his hands, defended well. Hansel was all over him and deflected it away.
Yeah, it was a great looking defensive play that time. Ball put right on the money. I mean, this young quarterback's a pretty good quarter. We've got some good quarterbacks in this conference this year, Eric.
We saw a freshman in Jagger McEwen last week at Kamayakan. 2 sophomores battling here tonight. And Medella is for Hermiston and Flores for Sageview. 3rd down and 10. Pump. Flores now out to his right. Pressured, throws it incomplete into his sideline. And Shilonic did a really good job on that play. Or was that Larson? I'm sorry, it was neither of them. It was Cash Edwards. Cash Edwards didn't over pursue, and so he was there to be in Flores' face and force the incompletion. 4th down and 10. It's only 49 seconds remaining, so the only way Sageview can keep this thing going is if they can convert this 4th down. They've gone for 4th down a lot tonight. Alex Flores, 4-man rush, throws it right sideline, intercepted on the far sideline. Going back and taking it, Tanner Wicks. There was no receiver in the area because the receiver had run a stop route. And that was a go ball from Flores, and Tanner still made a good play on it.
He did. That was a nice little running, and then right at the end being able to dive up and pick that out of the air. Then he had to come down. It's too bad he couldn't come down on his feet, but a good thing he stayed in bounds. We got Hermiston in the football ball game.
Yeah, there was a moment there where he got back up after somersaulting. He's like, wait, nobody touched me. Do I get to go? Nope. That's a different level of football. You're down here, you're down. Well, Sageview does have timeouts.
And
Hermiston's going to call a timeout as the final 43 seconds still to be run off the clock here. For Bulldog Football on your hometown radio stations, brought to you in part by Farm City Concrete, bringing concrete delivery into the modern age. Just a 2-yard minimum at Farm City Concrete, delivered both commercial and residential projects. Intermountain West Insulation, whether you're replacing existing windows or building new, call today for a free quote and guarantee of quality from Intermountain West Insulation in Hermiston. Looking ahead with Liuna next Thursday. We're here at Bulldog Stadium down on Kennison Field. Hermiston and Hanford meet. 7 o'clock kick. Radio coverage begins at 5:30 with the Bulldog Tailgate Show. That's your look ahead, brought to you by Liuna, Labor's International Union of North America. Medella's keeps on a read option out to the left, and he will sit down just before going out of bounds on the Sageview sideline. Medella's runs for 6 and keeps the clock moving. And Sageview is not calling a timeout. And Hermiston doesn't have to run another play. October 20th of 2023, a 49-13 win at Pasco. The last 16 have gone the bad guys' way. Tonight, Hermiston 35, Sageview 21. The Bulldogs win the 2025 homecoming night game.